we're socially distancing. Yeah, we're gonna be socially distanced, but not so far away that this is a beautiful. All right. Oh, is it? You feel you want a little bit, pop over like City of Toledo's got to be here. Yeah. Yvonne and Julie and Yvonne. Yeah. Scott.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, we haven't had enough press conferences in person. We're just so excited that we want everybody to be. We're just ready, I guess. All right, well, thank you, everyone. We're so excited. Happy Earth Day week from the Lucas County Commissioners and the community members and hardworking people that serve on the Sustainability Commission of the City of Toledo, Lucas County Sustainability Commission, which we formed several years ago, and you guys have been faithful members as well to make sure that we collaborate in all of our desire to have a sustainable community. I want to try to mention who's all here so you know. So obviously, Pete and Gary, our entire board, is here to talk about Earth Week. We always feel it's an important week for our community. Melissa Green-Hoffer, who is our Director of Sustainability for our department, for our board, and then chairs the Sustainability Commission that really tries to reach out and have all community members that are interested in this effort to work together. Rachel Tibbett, it's a sort of her big day. She's been working as our sustainability specialist to work really, really hard to put a green map together, so we're very excited. Julie Riley's here with solid waste. Yvonne Dubiak is here. Where is she? With working really hard with Toledo Grows, and Crosby Gardens is going to have some type of. We're going to have a Crosby festival, so we're excited about that in June. Dan's here with Olander Park. There he is. Come on over, Dan. Regina and Beatrice, thank you so much for all that you do with the City of Toledo Department of Environmental Services. And who did we miss? I hope everyone. But we're really, really excited to be at the #1 park system of the United States here at our Metroparks. Look at this beautiful place. It's just amazing to be here to celebrate sustainability and to know that there's a park within, 5 miles of every single person in our community. And this park is just lighting up on fire. I didn't even see the tables here last time when we were here. And every day you're gonna see a new development here for all of us to just enjoy another amazing Metro Park facility. So yay for us.
Yay for us.
Yeah, yay for us. Yay for us, right? All you guys as well. We're really here to talk about some of the things that have been happening, even though COVID has hit our community hard. Our sustainability department for the cities and the counties never stopped working very hard to make sure that we were doing things to become a sustainable community. It's more and more important that we do those kinds of things. Just think about the food issues for our citizens and all the various ways in which we know that COVID has hit our communities even harder, to make sure that everyone has what they need for quality of life when it comes to using the land and the resources and making sure that everybody has what they need. Just was interesting, one of the national news stations today was trying to talk about climate change, and they were on Reuters was saying that 70% of Americans, and finally, I'll say 70% finally, because years ago no one would embrace climate change as a real issue, and they are as they are today. So thank goodness we're to this point. But 70% of Americans, including Democrats and a majority of Republicans as well, want the United States to take aggressive action to combat climate change. So if that's not just the hugest development over the years when we've suffered, when we had a sustainability commission and people wondered what we were even doing. But we know how important that is. And then Pew Research says 2/3 of the United States adults say the federal government's doing too little to combat climate change. So we're here doing what we need to do, and we certainly here in Lucas County believe it's a critical agenda for all Americans, even in Toledo and Lucas County at the grassroots level. So we are celebrating Earth Day week. We have several programs that we're going to announce. Pete and Gary are going to dive into a few as well. One of the things we're going to tell you about is a brand new, it took a couple years to get this to happen. It didn't happen overnight, but there's a new provision offered by all of us today, which is the Lucas County Green Map. We are going to continue on with the Sustainability Community Grants, which we've been doing for a few years. We're excited about that. And something Yvonne helps us with as well is our Urban Agriculture Community Garden Grants. We started those last year because we knew people are more and more interested in growing their own food and helping their neighborhoods have access to good, fresh, local produce. So the Green Map is really an important initiative that we believe allows sustainability type resources to be highlighted in our community. With it, it'll focus on things like sustainable living, nature, culture, and society, and some of those important things that you might want to learn about, whether you want to learn about composting or bike paths or where the rain gardens are or where food banks are. Or where some of these community gardens are. All these types of things are going to be highlighted. The map is a part of a greenmap.org, which is an internationally known mapping tool system that's in 60 countries. And so we're happy to announce, and Commissioner Byers is going to tell you lots and lots more about it. Anyone in the community can use this new free resource, which we think that it'll be really wonderful even for children as they're getting more and more internet savvy through the experiences of living through COVID. And so we're really happy that this is now going to be an online service, open and live today. So we're proud of that. Also excited to talk about the neighborhood grants. We have tried to reach out to neighborhoods that are working together to do sustainability and projects. So we're really proud that we started those a few years back, and it's fun for us to go into the community and watch what they've done. And then you go back a few years later, and whether it was a garden or whatever type of feature they came up with, you get to watch it blossom and even get more mature. And so it's really been fun. And so we're going to continue with those projects as well, and you can go to lucascountygreen.com and you can look for applications for that program, as well as the commissioners. We did this last year when we had the 4 community gardens. They were at J.D. Carter Garden, Maria Rodriguez Community Garden at the Believe Center, Sonia Sotomayor Garden at Mayor Orris Senior Center, and then Tatum Park. And so we're going to do it again. We're just telling you that please go online and apply to be a part of these programs. We're going to try to kick that off as early as May 3rd so that right around Mother's Day, which is when we want people to garden, we can kick off 4 new or expand on the ones from last year, but give everybody an opportunity to start accessing grants, which are mini grants, but it really makes a difference in terms of it's not necessarily the cheapest thing to do to have a garden, but if we can give people a helping hand, they're feeding their entire neighborhoods, and we're really proud to be a part of that. So to my colleagues, they're up next, but thank you to all of you for all this hard work, and we're so happy to share Earth Day week. So
Thank you, Tina.
Here you, Pete.
Good afternoon, and thank you for coming today. If you're going to put your plants out, listening to all our weather forecasts and our broadcast news stations, wait till Friday. Do not put your plants out tonight or tomorrow. Okay, I learned that.
Wait a minute, I planted today.
Oh, man. Look, I think the Green Map is such a significant development where people can interactively go see that, and I want to talk a little about some of the projects that we did in the past and what we might do in the future. But since this is coming up on the 51st anniversary of Earth Day, sometimes we should look back to look forward. And I want to talk about 2 things historically real quick. I haven't had a press conference in a long time, so bear with me. I got a story to tell, okay? The 2 most significant developments over the last 25 years in Toledo are this Metro Park and the downtown waterfront with the steam plant. So let me take you back to 1998 when this was a junk site. There was a construction gravel pit here. There was a coal belching electricity plant here called the Acme Power Plant right next door. And the steam plant downtown was abandoned and aging, and it was also a coal-fired operation that used to run steam to downtown. Then Councilwoman Tina Skeldon-Wozniak and then Councilperson Pete Gherkin came together with First Energy, and we did something back then in order for them to give them a franchise for our city. They said, we got a deal for you. Why don't you take our aging and smoke belching power plant, the Acme Power Plant right here, and why don't you take the steam plant from downtown, and we'll give that to you and $400,000, and you give us a franchise for all your electricity. And guess what? We did that. And a lot of people said, what the heck are you guys doing that almost 25 years ago? Well, this is called sustainability and work in progress. The two most significant sites now in downtown Toledo are a site that used to be a construction dump, a coal-fired electricity plant, and a biohazard pond at the end where they dump the fly ash, along with a decrepit steam plant. That is now the most dynamic economic development piece in downtown Toledo, and this is part of the #1 Metro Park system in the world. See, if you stick with it, something's going to happen. And I think both these two things should be on everybody's green map, because they prove what a community with vision and foresightness and stick-to-itiveness can do. Two of the best green sites in Toledo are part of that. And if the government hadn't got involved with the private sector, I don't know what would be here today. But now on a more local level, I think Tina alluded to the fact that in 2016 we handed out some small micro grants, as you might call them, to communities to help spruce up their neighborhood. In fact, one was here right on the east side. If I remember, that was East Toledo Family Center, had 35 volunteers replace and paint landscape, timbers, all kind of low maintenance things. But anything any neighbor can do to help their block of the neighborhood helps every block of the neighborhood. And that's kind of the premise of what we took this on. You can start small and you can end up big. Burroughs neighborhood, we did the same thing. They beautified sites along Airport Highway with gardens and native grasses. And the last one was First Unitarian Church with high maintenance lawns. They got rid of. They went to low native plants and low maintenance grasses. These, again, you might say are small projects, but in 3 diverse neighborhoods, and every time you take back one corner of a neighborhood and make it green, the others tend to follow, just like we took back these 2 significant sites in Toledo, and now they're at the top of everybody's list. So we're going to do that again. Sustainability Commission soon will be releasing RFPs, requests for proposals. Now, they don't have to be, these are not federal grants, these are not state grants. Just give us your ideas, what you want to do in the community. We're going to make it simple, we're going to keep it simple, and we really want to partner that maybe the larger organizations that get all the grants. We're looking for other people. We're looking for street corner talkers. We're looking for people that can get their hands dirty in their neighborhood, in their backyard. Give us your ideas and see if we can't fund you. So we're going to encourage everybody to look at the website. We'll put out a press release when we're ready to do the RFP, RFQ. It's not that serious. Give us your ideas. Get ready to get dirty, and we're going to help try to fund you. So thank you. Gary.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Do you have your mask?
No, it's Tina's.
Oh, okay.
No,
it is mine.
I made sure I took it.
All right. Thank you for coming today. We're excited about this. It's something that can highlight all of the resources that we have in Lucas County that will be expanding and growing over the course of the next few years. I read an article recently that talked about how the future of all of the automotive companies is in electronic vehicles. I don't know, is anyone here thinking of buying an electronic vehicle in the near future?
One I can drive myself.
Well, yeah, but you know, how do you charge these things? I mean, I've read that some of the resources that you'll be required in order to charge an electronic vehicle will be, 400 amp service that most houses are 200 amp or 100 amp. And so we need to have resources identified in the community, and especially as those resources expand. This green map is something that is a tool that the community can use to identify these types of resources, and it's a dynamic map in that it will be changing. People in the community will be able to offer suggestions. Businesses that are sustainable can provide their identities on this map. What types of things specifically will be highlighted? We will have like recycling drop-off locations, electronic vehicle chargings that we talked about before, solar energy arrays, green businesses, bike paths, museums, libraries, community centers, wetlands, parks, recreation areas, and community gardens. All of those are the types of things that people that want to be sustainable, which is the trend of the future, can utilize this as an effective tool in order to identify those. The fact that it's dynamic, the fact that it will be changing, the fact that people in the community can suggest what should be included, it supports the Sustainability Commission's 3 items that it is planet, people, and profit are things that should be considered in sustainability. And that is what this map does. It's easy to find. It's lucascountygreen.com. There used to be a time where we wouldn't know what that was, but now we do. And I urge you all to go to that location to identify the types of things that we have. And, you know, we are the things we do both as individuals and as a community. By utilizing these tools, we will become more sustainable, more green, and it will be better for not only ourselves, but our futures. So thank you all for coming today.
Okay. Any questions, or we're good to go? Thank you, everybody.
We're going to have a vote too. Who has the best mask? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the Metropark's kind of wins.
Yeah, no.
I like the cat map.
I like the
Laser
mud
cut.
hen hat. You know? That's a Jeep hat, Pete. The mud hen Jeep hat. So, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you to you guys. That was fun. That was fun. Okay. Maybe I was good to grab the money. What?
Let's try and have them.